Now for our glaze, you will need to already have prepared ahead of time some neutral glaze, and you will find the recipe in your course dashboard, how to make it. It's very easy to make yourself and a lot lower cost. You can buy it as a prepared product already, so I'll leave it up to you if you want to buy it prepared or just make your own. So I've just put it in a bowl here. I'm gonna leave that cling wrap on because we're going to warm that up. We also have some vegan white chocolate, and I've chopped it really fine, along with a little bit of dark chocolate. And I have some plant cream. I've actually had this in my fridge. I might put the chocolate actually just straight on top of the cream. I think that's easier. And I'm going to pop this in my microwave, and we're going to just warm it through. We want to melt down that chocolate and the cream together. And I'm going to just check it every 15 to 30 seconds and just give it a good stir. So I've had my chocolate and my plant cream in the microwave, and it's almost melted. I'd say like half to 2/3 sort of melted, so that's completely fine. Now over here I have my instant coffee powder, so this is going to flavor it into our coffee flavor. And it's important that you use an instant coffee powder or an espresso powder, something that is soluble in water. You don't want to be putting coffee grounds in there, otherwise we're going to have a very gritty glaze. So I'm just going to add that as well to my chocolate, give it a good blend. And when we're blending, we want to ensure that we're not adding too much air. So just try to avoid adding air when you are using your immersion blender. Don't worry too much if it's not fully blended just yet. We're going to heat up our neutral glaze. I'm going to do this in the microwave, but you can also do this over a stovetop, just on a really low heat. So I'm going to pop this in the microwave for about 30 seconds and then check it. And yeah, we may add a little bit more time, we'll see. So our neutral glaze is now liquefied. So we're going to add that to our chocolate. And what the neutral glaze is going to do is replace our gelatin component. So it's going to help with the setting, and it's also going to give a beautiful shine to this professional glaze. And we just want to blend everything together. Once that's nicely emulsified, we can take out our immersion blender and just give it a good tap underneath, just to bring any air bubbles to the surface. And we're just going to cover it with cling wrap to contact and set that aside to cool down. And if you have a probe thermometer, you can just pop that in and just set it aside and just keep an eye on the temperature. So I've had my coffee glaze cooling down for a while, and I can see that it started to set a little bit. So I am going to re-blend it just to ensure that everything is nice and smooth before we start glazing our eclairs. So I'm going to transfer my glaze into a bowl or a container that's just easier for us to dip our eclairs into. Now I'm going to test out one of my eclairs, dipping in and popping it on our tray just to make sure that our glaze is at the right texture. And it doesn't seem to be running, so I am happy with that. And you just want to give your glaze a stir in between when you are dipping them.